Alright, I'm going to be reviewing Gru's gameplay for everyone to see, for the whole world. Brand new player, or I guess might as well be a new player. So let's do some live coaching. Just for his sake. I'm trying to make Captain C-Funk into a prodigy, into an absolute siege phenom. And the only way to do that is to help him improve. So let's see what we can do for the guy.
After a long day of work, we go from drinking a glass of wine and streaming. It's a beautiful time.
So map bans are personal preference, whatever map you're more comfortable on, and you think that the teammates, or that your enemies won't be. That's a good map to not ban. You want to be banning
well,
maps that
welcome to the
you
show,
can't
big guy. Or
perform as well on, or that you and your team are not familiar with as much.
Oh god.
Operator bans go the same way. You want to ban people who you think that you can play without, but that the enemies cannot. Something silly happened in the chat, it would seem. It seems that that is banned. Montaigne, that's a pretty interesting ban. I would participate in the ban phase.
What a wonderful time.
Montaigne's a pretty
Beautiful
bad
place.
ban. Cade's a good ban here because of how good Habana is and how good Hatch play is, so that's a good ban. I'm behind a Cade ban.
Oh, Harry, get your shit together, buddy.
Capkin's also a good ban with on bank. I think I'll coach just this one game.
See, Harold, this is why I was
Make
afraid of
videos.
getting on, because now I'm not gonna get off for the rest of the evening. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna sit here.
It's a beautiful mindset. Just play, just grind, hit that grind, hit the grindstone, hit the ranked grindstone. Habana, excellent pick on bank.
Next weekend.
Absolutely spectacular pick on bank.
So.
A lot of hatches. That's Habana's biggest strength. Excellent pick. That's assuming they go downstairs, however. If they go upstairs, probably want to operate with a larger breach if you're going to be on the hard breach duty, which it seems like you are for now. Now, Captain C-Funk is queued up with some sweaty fellas, or whatever Aries' name is. Droning out, okay. Good, using your drone. Now, when you're droning out, you don't want to drive your drone right into sight, which is what I'm predicting you're about to do. And it is precisely what you're about to do. So you're trying to get your drone into a spot that is safe. So you could have hit your drone right there, but you're deciding to drive it somewhere else. Doesn't really look like you're not calling out utility either, which is another thing. You saw a Legion mine on top main. It's good to call out they have a Legion, or ping it, or something else of that nature, and then say where the goo is. So this is a fine drone spot to pre-place your drone here in stock. You also see Thorn, so definitely call out that they have a Thorn and that she threw a Thorn gadget on, okay. Alright.
Oh my god,
so let's watch our triggers.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Let's be watching. Let's have our trigger discipline here.
My fucking leg just hit the trigger. I am so sorry. Fuck. That wasn't supposed to happen. That guy can kill him. Oh god, that's not a good start. Alright. God, I just fucking dropped that dude. He's not happy right now. I'm so sorry. He's probably watching me like, what a dipshit. How'd that person die?
He died from the windows. Alright, so it looks like you're going for a skylight take here. That's a good idea. Peeking the skylight, making sure that there's no one peeking close on the door. That's a good idea. There's not a window there anymore. They got rid of it. So yes, that's where you want to get. Assuming that Yana is journeying out top square here, means that you're probably good to shoot your Habanas onto the wall. Yep, and it looks like that's what you're about to do, which is good.
Do you want me to Habana and
Oh, somebody on the... Very good, very good. Whoa! Alright, looks like your aim was a bit... Now, let's rewind that a little bit. I can go down to the exact
every shot again,
molecule of this here. Why is there no quick rewind button on Twitch? So right here, you'll see,
Do you want me to Habana it?
this is how you fix your aim. So you see the enemy. See that? You move over and then you quickly move left and right. That shows me that your ADS is either too slow that you can't
God, I just missed every
trace
shot
a target
again, dude.
consistently, or it's too fast and that you've overflicked. So if we
Tell
look
me
back
about
at
it.
it again, you'll see here that you... First off, you see the guy, which is good. It's a good reaction of intel to get your gun up. So you look at the enemy, you should be shooting right here. But instead, you flick up. That means that you either are not controlling recoil, and then you overcompensate for the recoil and flick down, and then overflick again to the right. So that tells me that your sensitivity is probably too fast.
God, I just
And that you're not
missed
pulling
every
down
shot
hard enough on
again,
the stick
dude.
on your first bullet. Because on your first bullet, it jumped up really high, and then you overcompensated and pulled
me
down
about
too
it.
far. So that shows me that you're not completely comfortable with your sensitivity. I think those are good Habanas. I can't really tell yet. Those are good. So that should be able to make a walkable breach, or a vaultable one. You want to make it a little bit lower so that you can actually... Can you walk into that? I can't really tell. The stream quality is too bad. But you want to be able to walk into breaches and not be vaulting them. So once you found out that they were upstairs, you probably should have switched to Thermite or Ace if you're going to be playing the hard breach role. So one of your teammates just died from top square here and from stock. Okay, that was good. Now stop. Don't go for the kill in that instance there. So see, you went there, and you kind of went for the kill, and in that time that you went to finish that person off, this person had time to get shots on target at you.
Window that was shooting at
So when you down an enemy, just pretend that he's out.
I
You
didn't
know,
think he was
unless they
gonna
have a
fucking
rook,
peek that window like that, though.
or if Doc is still alive, then it's just best to leave them, because if they go and pick up,
This
if
guy's
they go
about
and
to
pick them
drop
up,
me.
then you're going to be able to
I
capitalize
gotta
on
roam. I
that.
gotta be on the opposite side of him. I'm just gonna spawn like.
But you
nowhere
opened
near
yourself
you
up for
guys.
more
I really-
gunfights
I'm so sorry. Should I...
by finishing the guy off. Playing Habana now is a very good idea. You also have music on, which I would turn
Trigger
off,
just popped off.
because the music is very loud in this game. I would not be spawning on parking front. You got to be
I'm
able
not doing
to
it.
go and get the hatches, the open area and the lobby hatch,
I'll make it
as well
longer.
as the elevator hatch. So spawning jewelry or alley access is a better
Sorry,
spawn
Daddy.
for
Friendly fire turned off. to-
Habana here.
Oh,
And it
God.
does seem that you are stuck on hard breach duty, but I know C-Funk likes Habana, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's probably.
This should be a site that you should
Nice, dude.
be able to master attacking if you're a Habana player.
I don't think. I think they're downstairs.
You can't go to the same site twice if you win it, and downstairs is the second best site, so that's good that you recognize that. Okay, good. You saved your drone at the bottom of the main stairs. That's fine. That's totally fine. And you switched to alley access. That's good.
Oh no! Did they just?
So there's a default
See,
camera
Papa.
right there. Your teammate took care of it. Okay, you have your gun up. That's good. Yep, looking at the common peaks. That's good. Now, what I wouldn't do is stand in the way of the window like that when somebody isn't watching it. But you were... Okay, so somebody was droning out, so you're good. That's fine. You're getting live calls.
No, he just walked in front of me. Fucking A, man.
Yep, that's unfortunate. A
Oh
teammate did
my
walk in front of you.
That's
And that,
sickening. I knew that was gonna happen.
so when you have a teammate pushing with you that's a rando and isn't somebody that you can communicate with, it's always best to
Oh,
push
I'll
off of
throw
them
up.
in a different way and split push the enemy and pinch them in a position there. So
You're
if
the
you
one
would have thrown
server?
your flashes, or if you would have moved around
There's
the
a guy
cubicle and let your
sitting
teammate
right-
take point, you would have been able to pinch that guy very easily without either of you taking damage.
One guy in. Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Yep,
you
you're
said
cycling
yours is
cams. That's
in-
perfect.
Which room? Staff. Oh, okay, I see it.
Now for your
I don't see
teammate,
anyone at the moment.
The drones are in the same position for everybody, so this is drone 1. This is first drone. Something easier that some sweaty fellas could have said, since you're not completely familiar with the callouts. This camera also is pretty useless because they're on site. So in this situation, instead of getting on cams when we know that the last person is downstairs, if you have no cameras downstairs, this guy's also cheating his ass off. Holy shit. That's funny. You should just spectate your teammate instead and relay what they're seeing to the person you're stacked up with. So that way the other player left alive who you're in a Discord or party with knows what's happening through the eyes of another player who's alive.
Well, obviously it's the only fucking operator I play as now.
So you just admitted to crutching on Habana, which is fine for a new player. You know, it's fine for people to play and get comfortable with one operator, but just one is probably not a good idea. I'd work on having 5 operators if you can. 5 different operators for different roles. Say, like... And Habana's probably the second worst hard breacher in the game. I would definitely focus on playing Ace if you want to play hard breach. Get Ace for hard breach. Play somebody like Lion or Dokkaebi.
Correct.
Or Nomad for flex. And then play Ash or maybe somebody of that. Jackal if he's not banned for entry and clearing. Dokkaebi and those roles are not set in stone. You know, those are operators that are very different, but can be played similarly. So you saw they had a mute jammer, so I'd call out that they have a mute. And then I would also call out that they have a cav and that she's going second floor, last scene. Always give out calls for the last scene information unless you have active eyes on them. And stop moving your drone a lot as well. You notice you move your drone quite a bit, which makes a lot of noise. More so than it makes on the camera itself.
Alright.
So you have a drone. So I wouldn't be peeking it like this because Cav is known to rat spot in this E-box behind that generator. She's not right now, but when they have a Cav, it's never good to go by yourself. It's always good to drone out everything. And you hear now that your teammate is actually fighting with the Cav, but you don't seem to recognize the sound of her gun. That's the sound of Cav's gun that was shooting at the Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's dead now. So I would have definitely helped out your teammate there instead of going around this way, because if he would have gotten interrogated, it would have been game over. But at the same time, that was a really hard spot to interrogate. Now, I'm guessing this person's about to get interrogated. Yep, so you're not calling out or recognizing that this guy's getting interrogated. So when somebody goes down like that... So if somebody goes down when they have a cav of a roamer...
Oh, I just missed his head.
Then that's usually a sign that they are going to be getting interrogated. And you can tell that because right here... So you see how their outline goes away? There's no longer a ying symbol right here. Before you walked into this room, there was Ying had the symbol above her head.
Yeah.
You know, the symbol of her operator card, of course. Once Cav started to interrogate her, the symbol went away and the outline changed to them sort of struggling on the ground. You'll see it right here. So you see how the downed meter leaves right there. You see how it went away? And now that means that they're being interrogated. So that's definitely something you want to be keeping an eye out for and being cautious of. So when you're getting interrogated like this, that means that the enemy has wall hacks on you. And that's not a joke. They literally can see you through walls. They know where you are. So this person is going to, everybody on the enemy team is going to be pre-firing your position. So you've got to get out of any open corridor, any hallway where people can swing you easily, especially the main stairs corridor that you were standing in, which is main hall, which is where you died. This mute just swung you wide with a shotgun at the middle of the stairs because he knew exactly where you were.
Oh, I just missed his head.
So that's definitely a spot and an instance where you want to get the hell out of there.
Oh, he's got the fucking M901, dude. That thing's a fucking slugger.
Yes, that is a good shotgun. So I'd be cycling cams here. No, it doesn't really matter.
God, that was fast.
Yep, an interrogation will win you the round. But she's super easy to play against. Your teammates kind of just went stupid and went by themselves when they had a cav on the board. So that's not really your fault, but at the same time, it's good to know what your teammates are doing so you can play with them. Whenever there's a cav on the team and a teammate of yours is going by themselves, it's good to just go with them, just in case. Because you never know, what's going to happen to them. Especially top floor with a cav, that's automatic interrogation if someone's by themselves. It's so hard to clear out a cav from the top floor bank without multiple people droning her and pushing her out. Yes, defense is usually easier than attack for new players since there's less to do on defense. On defense, you just have to sit and wait. While on attack, you have to actually attack, which is a lot harder for most people.
I do the cam.
Bulletproof cam's perfectly fine for Jaeger's loadout. Depending on the site and the setup that your team wants to do, sometimes barbed wire can work more, but So this is a really bad ADS. They can actually see the tip of it, and the light actually is shown from the back of the cabinet, so they could just shoot right through that from the windows, or from the long windows as well. And anybody walking into Oval Office will see that and shoot it immediately. That's an ADS that can be seen from the line of sight that you're trying to protect, which means that's not a good ADS. If you would have put that behind the wall on the hard wall that you were just looking at where the flag was, that would have been a much better spot, or right close on the door where they would have to swing in to shoot it or get rid of it. Because it's going to burn it either way. See, that one's sort of the same way. You can see that from the hallway. If somebody's coming in from stock, they can see that ADS. So again, I would put that somewhere down more. You also missed a drone at that drone hole at the bottom left. Now, let me see where you put this. This is much better. That's a much better one. They can't really see that from the hall. I mean, they can still see that.
Holy shit, I'm about to die.
So you took a while to set up there. You weren't exactly sure where to put your ADSs. And you're taking this gunfight.
I mean, I couldn't hit water if I fell off a boat right now, dude.
Yes, and your aim wasn't not very good.
Coming in through plaza
at the moment.
Second floor.
So you got caught, you know, not ready.
Ooh, whoa, right here.
That's
What,
Oval
just came in
Office.
front desk? Fuck.
Yeah, front desk, that's a good call, yeah. So now I'd be calling 2 front desk, 1 going into sight from front desk.
Disaster struck. Holy shit, that was fast.
Yeah, so your team was not, and you included, were not ready for the push. So always got to be ready for enemies to attack right when the round starts. It's always best to try and have your utility up in the prep phase and know where you're going to be putting your ADSs down. So when you pick Jaeger in the prep phase, be thinking, you know, where are they going to be throwing grenades or utility or other things that could be, you know, shot out of the air. And then be thinking, you know, that's where I'm going to put these ADSs. Same with the camera. And that was a good camera spot that you were going to put down. Not the best, because it can be shot from the side. It would have been a little bit better if you put it down a bit more.
Yeah, it's good.
But that's not bad.
Because I'm going to rotate with Vigil.
So Vigil's only ever really useful if you're getting droned to oblivion and you're not finding drones and you're not able to shoot drones and rotate back. Vigil's pretty useless. He doesn't provide any utility to the team aside from his impact grenades, but of course other better operators provide impact grenades. And you guys didn't go downstairs, so Kate is banned, yeah. And you guys did just get destroyed upstairs, but you went staff open area. This is probably the worst site on this map. Teller's office is much better site as a tertiary site. This site should probably never be gone to, unless you guys are scrimming or practicing a setup, which you obviously are not doing. And you're kind of running around site doing nothing right now. You should reinforce the walls in small,
they're doing that.
or admin as it's called. Yeah, so you shouldn't have voted for this site if you don't know how to set it up. Which maybe you didn't vote for it. I wasn't actually looking. Maybe this was out of your control. But again, it's just good to know that so that you know, there's 10. So you see right here, there are 10 reinforcements up, and now you're just reinforcing a random wall. This wall isn't terrible to reinforce. I'm sure there's some strats you can do, but I doubt you're going to play off of it. So next time, definitely reinforce the archives to admin walls. The walls right here. Those walls right there for this site. And get ready. So you're kind of just running around right now. Your teammate just died, but you don't seem to be reacting to it. Picked up your armor a bit late, although Rook may have put it down late. So you're running right in front of the window right now, which is not a good idea. Somebody barricaded this. I would go and tear that down, because that's a terrible barricade. And you're also exposing your feet. Your feet can be seen from the window right now. It probably can't be right now. So going prone is very, very loud and almost never works. So swinging this prone, yeah, that's a terrible idea. So you just made a ton of noise. I guarantee this person flicks right to your dome piece.
I'm literally missing bullets right now.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about when you want to have good crosshair placement, because flicking down is so easy.
Get out of here.
And when you're prone, you can't move. What the hell am I watching? Alright, that was really bad. So when you're prone, you can't move that fast, and you also make a ton of noise. You're in the worst possible situation to be peeking something. So never peek anything prone. Like, never prone on the ground and peek something. That's an awful idea. You're gonna what just happened to you is gonna happen every single time. The only time you should go prone really is to, if you must go prone, to crawl under a rotate or a badly placed Habana pellet or something. Or if you're trying to rat somewhere and hide away in a small corner.
Always saying nice comments.
So be careful of that.
It's great.
Let's get over to the next game here. I'll look at this game as well.
Yeah. That's what I'm think of that, Harold.
So Blitz is a bad ban. Blitz is not a good operator. They're much better operators to ban than Blitz, unless you know that you're playing against people who are really good at Blitz. Banning Blitz usually tells the enemy team, and Cav. Cav's also a really bad ban. Banning Blitz and Cav is just telling the enemy team that you guys are passive and not confident in your gun skill. So definitely, or your drone work and teamwork, so definitely don't be banning those operators. It gives away a lot more than you may be thinking of, and those operators are not hard enough to play around to worth banning them, or be worth banning them. Gym Bedroom is a great site. I like Gym Bedroom a lot. I like every site on Clubhouse. I think every site is good.
This corkscrew is gonna be a motherfucker. Jesus.
I've been noticing a lot of teams this season going Bedroom first, which is totally fine.
Nice and tight.
Bedroom is probably the third best site, but you know it could be argued that it's one of the better ones. I still think Armory, Church is the best, or Church Arsenal rather. But Bedroom and CC, they're held pretty similarly. So you'll see in the chat here. I started watching this. You'll see me in the chat saying a few things. But so going AFK in the prep phase is bad. You're already vigil providing nothing to the team, so the least you can do is reinforce something or throw your rotates. Yeah, you'll see me saying down there. It's funny. So let's see what you do here. I think I already watched this round, but I already forget what happened. So don't reinforce this wall. This wall needs to stay open for the player who is in cache and CC, which I think is going to be you, so that you can contest the bedroom windows and con as well. So definitely have that wall open. Have head holes on it. Reinforce those two walls. These CC walls should be reinforced so that you can play in CC easier without, getting pushed as quickly. I would get on cams right now because there's a camera in garage and you'll be able to cycle through it and know when people are pushing you if you hide in rafters. Right now you're kind of just watching a door that you're not certain that anybody will be pushing. And that, in turn, kind of wastes your time. You're kind of doing nothing, if that makes sense. The whole point of roaming in Siege is to waste time, shoot drones, get back to site, waste people's time, waste the attacker's time, that is. But when you're walking around doing nothing, not contesting an area, the only time you're wasting is your own. And that obviously is not helpful for the team. I've noticed you're not having your gun up as much. You don't really have any actionable intelligence on any of these areas, so you're kind of just looking around and looking at random spots, not at head level, which kind of tells me that you're not exactly familiar with the ways that attackers push on this map.
On the wrong side of the map right now.
So until you learn that, I would stick to roaming, horizontally like you're doing now. Now this is normally a good peek, but you're way too close to it. So if you're this close to the window, they can shoot you from the top of the roof right here. They can just look right at the window and just shoot you right where you were. And breaking open one part of the door or the window is good to peek through initially, but the longer you hold this angle, the easier it is for you to die, because if somebody sees, if I was an attacker on the roof or on the balcony or on the generator here, if I saw that one part of the balcony or of the window is broken, I would know automatically that's the only spot that this person has to be peeking me from, so I can just flick right to this and kill you instantly, basically, if you were doing this in a higher ranked lobby. If you're going to be holding this window at a longer range or at a longer time, which you shouldn't be doing in the first place, but if you do for some ungodly reason, you'd want to break open more of the window so that you're not as easily peekable. So now you're kind of looking at nothing again, exposing yourself to a really, really dangerous angle. That's very common for people to peek. Peeking at the roof is not a bad idea, but again, you don't have any actionable intelligence for you to be peeking this off of. Somebody could have just been watching the flank or watching the peek there and just killed you instantly. So that angle that you were just holding is a bit too wide to contest anything unless somebody was swinging you from the CC window. This is a bit more safe. This watches people jumping down to the window or playing on it. Again, you're kind of just peeking it. Oh god, this is making me nervous, because if I did that, I would be dead. There's no way I would be alive doing that. So you're seeing gunfighting going off in con, so that tells me that these guys either dropped Logi or they breached con. It looks like they breached Logi here. So your teammate just ran away, so that tells me that one, he was getting pushed away, which I think was the teammate you were stacked with, and he wasn't doing a good job at telling you not to peek this, because I know that you're about to die here from peeking this. You're holding this a bit too close, a bit too aggressively. You guys have a numbers advantage right now. Never throw an impact grenade. We're not playing Pokemon Go. We are not going to be throwing impact grenades at the enemy. That maybe did 0 damage, and it did.
Comments.
So
God damn it. I need to turn those off.
So do not throw impact grenades at an enemy.
No.
That is not a good idea. That will never work.
He was... I don't even know how to describe that. Way to be Harold.
Unless it was a shield operator.
That's a man, Harold.
So you guys luckily won the round, but when you have a numbers advantage like that, it was a 2 versus 3. When you guys had perfect sight control, you didn't have to retake or anything. That's never a good time to peek. And you weren't getting pushed immediately. Like, you had plenty of cover. There's no reason for you to peek that. You just kind of died for no reason after wasting your impact grenade. So don't do that. Jaeger, much better operator than Vigil. Provides a lot more utility. So good job.
Playing as Jaeger. Not gonna be. I'm not shooting well enough to play as Vigil right now.
So Vigil's gun's actually, well, is Vigil's gun easier? Yeah, Vigil's gun is actually easier to use than Jaeger. But I guess the playstyles are a little bit different nowadays.
Do you need these?
So yep, reinforcing those walls is great, obviously, as that is the main breach wall. You just saw a drone drive in. You're chasing the drone, which is good. So these walls, so this is set up a bit. So this is set up all wrong. This should not be a rotate. It should just be head holes at the top of the wall, not the bottom. That's a decent ADS. It will get destroyed if it's breached on the side here, and people can shoot it from the window. Yes, that is a perfect spot for an ADS, right where that bucket is. And then this spot, this is a little bit close to the wall. I would put it a little bit closer right there where that generator was. And this is basically a perfect spot. I would put it on the ground just because it's a little bit harder to see from the breach if they get it open, but that's a perfectly fine spot as well. So you guys have the rotate on red. This is good. It's good to have head holes on the other wall that isn't reinforced. And this is a good bulletproof camera. So that's a very good piece of utility there. Excellent work. So you see that somebody just breached, or that they just thatched the wall. I would get off of this camera because it's probably about to get breached. Yep.
Oh, they're breaching, they're breaching, they're breaching.
So this is bad. So you've put yourself into a bad position here. Also, you just had your back turned to the breach getting open, which people commonly peek off of right away. So another thing here is this wall is supposed to be reinforced so you can actually contest the breach from this wall here. So if you're deeper into rafters near R1, which is the 1 number on the rafters, if you look over there, you'll see it. This wall's supposed to be reinforced because if it's not, these guys get, anybody on platform can just get open season on the rafters, which is a very powerful position for the defenders to hold. So see here, you just get eviscerated. That's a very common angle that people hold, and you had no cover behind the breach.
There's one guy.
And you also saw your head.
He's on a fucking. He's looking from the top down. He's on his.
So that's called repel.
God damn, use your words, Brian.
Repel on platform. Platform repel. Cycling cams is good. This is a very powerful outside camera because CC window and comm window is often attacked. So I'd be cycling the camera. So you see nothing here. I'd be like just cycling through them, maybe waiting. Yeah, sort of like this. Yeah. Just look around, maybe cycle 1 to 3 seconds on every camera until you see something. And then also be cycling through your teammates as well, especially if you're only playing with one other person. Because these guys aren't communicating in game chat. So I'd definitely be watching your teammates here and there as well, just to have some information to relay to the other person you're playing with. I'd definitely work on incorporating that into your game, but the cameras do take priority if there's any actionable intelligence. So this camera's pretty useless to be on. This isn't really giving you any information. It's a bit late in the round for them to be pushing Jacuzzi. And you can see them from the roof just as well as the other one. So you're not cycling cams here, which is bad.
Whoa.
Looks like somebody used their C4 a little early. Now, where will you go now?
What you want to do? Uh-oh.
All these sites are good, but I doubt you know how to play bar, so I definitely go to one of the other sites. Let's see what you do here. So you're tasked with reinforcing dirt. Very good. That's a good ADS.
Did we get hatch? Okay,
Yep,
we got
got the hatch.
Good boy. Good boy.
Op 4 has yet to locate a bomb.
That ADS would have been okay if somebody's holding. So this one's that you can actually get. It can actually be shot, as you just saw right there.
Holy
So that was a
shit.
perfect example of what I just said. It's predicted exactly what was about to happen. So they broke open they dropped oil pit, and then they shot your ADS from around the wall. So you don't need to put the ADS that close to the doorway or the hallway. You know, you could put it back a little bit. And I also would have put it in the first spot you were looking at, because it would have caught any ADSs regardless. So you know they dropped oil pit, which is in garage, which is right to your left. Yep, which you seem to be looking at. You're getting live pings. I liked how you looked at the door first for people walking in, but I would start walking in here because there's a guy on the camera. So you see there's a person on the cams here, so you don't need to be worried about the people above you, because it would have been pinged. So you hear them in oil pit. So yeah, so loop around. This is good.
I can't hit anything. Jesus Christ.
I think you should lower your sensitivity a little bit, because it looks like you're over flicking a bit. That's a person.
Okay.
ADS. Make sure you're always ADS'd. Nah.
I'm hitting the fucking
You gotta swing around a little bit more.
Stupid
You're kind of
bastard.
re-peaked the angle again. It's all this person to do is just shoot straight like that, and you just walked right into his pre-fire there. So definitely cycle or strafe one way and don't go back. If you would have circled around that person, that would have been a free kill. So you're red pinging right now when there's nobody to kill this person. So don't be red pinging, just be yellow pinging. That was also a guy that you saw. Just be, yeah, see, so now you lost that camera for no reason. So definitely be yellow pinging.
It took me a
Don't
whole
be red
clip to
pinging.
kill a dude that wasn't even looking at me.
Red pinging is only good for like the last, 10-ish seconds of the round, or if there's an enemy, or if there's a teammate right next to you, or right next to the
Straight
person
up,
you're
it
pinging
just took
to
me a
kill them
whole
when they're
clip,
distracted
Barry,
with the
to
camera
shoot a guy
pings.
that wasn't looking at me. That was so bad. I need to get off.
That's alright, Bruce. Just, getting dirt. Yeah, that's funny. J. Colv likes dirt getting
Drink
got.
water.
Alright, so you're back onto attack now. By back on, I mean you're on attack. You're on Ace, which is good for this site. Cali is really bad, and Maverick. Holy shit, you got Cali and Maverick? Good God. That is bad. Sounds like their bedroom.
Yeah, they are.
So I would spawn, I think you're going to forget to spawn jacuzzi here, or construction rather. Since you're the hard breacher, it's good to get the jacuzzi walls first, and then the con walls, or I guess it doesn't matter what you get first. You can get them from above both ways. But right now, by the way it's looking right now, you're going to be spawning K9s, and that'll make you have to walk around the other way. Yeah, so now you're way far away from where you need to be. So you're peeking the door, that's good. Peeking the spawn peak. Now, now you just had your drone. Whoa, 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 what's going on here? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Alright, let's not do that. So when you do that, if somebody's peeking rafters and they see you punch that, they can peek that, and then as you punch it again, shoot you in the head and kill you, because when you punch, your character kind of looks down a little bit, and you have to stand there to punch the barricade, which is plenty of time for somebody to kill you. So what I would do is drone this first, and then break it. You're doing this in the reverse order. You should drone it first, and then break it. And also, I wouldn't be pushing this at all. Firstly, you should be pushing, you should be going to where your Thatcher is to get the wall. Peeking the windows, I assume, which is good if you were doing that. No, it doesn't look like you are. So right now, this is also a... Oh, jeez! Yeah, so don't go up this way, because now what can happen here is you can get peeked from CC window and this window and a con run out. I would go and rotate around, like all the way around to the jacuzzi platform itself. Yeah, like right now you're just taking a gunfight that you really shouldn't be taking. Okay, you got a lucky kill through a window. I don't think you had any intel there.
Oh no, I'm dead.
And you're getting peeked exactly how I predicted that you would die.
What's that? CC window. He got me through the CC. He got me.
Really
shot me in
predicting
my
a lot
ass.
here. Yeah, so that was bad. So definitely go
I was
around.
trying to get to you, and I killed one, but got shot in the ass.
Yeah.
CC.
That's not a good trade. It may sound like it's good, but that's not a good trade, because now this person has killed the hard breach. the hard breach for a random wall bang through the window, you know, that's not worth it for the attackers. That's really bad. Because now you can't get the wall open. You've lost your hard breach for other walls. You've lost the most powerful gun. And you also took no map control while doing that. So that was a really bad trade.
Oh.
How did this person not see that Thatches? This guy's also Thatcher, so I don't know why he's interested. Oh, he's on the roof. Well, does Harry know that you can thatch through the wall on this site? Or on this map. The roof. It will reach the mute chamber on the floor if you just throw it on the roof. If you wanted to keep droning. I don't know if you had sound on that guy, but be paying attention to sound as well. I'm guessing you probably could have heard that guy in CC.
Guy that sounds like he's in cash.
Yeah, that would have been good to to say earlier. And he's actually in CC, but you are hearing your teammate at least, which is interesting.
Ducky.
So this guy died again. It's interesting. So you're on cams. I would be cycling cameras here, although this is a good cam to hold on. You're not really pinging anything, so don't red ping. You're not going to use your yellow ping. Do you know how to yellow ping? So don't ping, ping where the person actually is. Don't just ping the random spot.
Why wouldn't it let me scan him there? Is there an operator that you're not allowed to scan?
No, well, you're not allowed to scan visual because he's invisible, but you weren't. You weren't, their like whole body has to be visible. Or their head, I think, is how it works. Sometimes it doesn't work, you know, sometimes it's finicky. Teammates are in sight, it seems. You're not really cycling any other camps here. I know that you want to stay on this camera, but yeah, I don't know what these guys are doing, planting with the Solus. That's bad. Yeah, that's really bad. I don't know what these guys were doing. That was bad, but that's okay. How long have I been doing this for? Jeez, like 30 minutes.
What a time.
It'll be a long video.
These poor souls
Great to
watching
watch.
this, dude. They're definitely losing brain cells. I feel bad for...
How many games do you end up playing here? So you play one here. This game goes on a bit.
Not gonna go help.
This game goes on quite a bit. Jesus, it's a long-ass game. Unless you play two games
Are you still in Jersey?
Clubhouse. Yeah, so you play Clubhouse again.
It's funny you say that. I mean, I'm off at 2:30. I'm like... Even
Then you play Night Haven.
Blast, though. Oh my god. I just want my new job to start where
Oh,
I can just
I'll get the other video, like the other games in the video.
every day.
Alright, so droning out.
Really
That's good. Switching to Ace. Where are they? Maybe I shouldn't have skipped the prep phase, but I think I know how you drone by now. I think I've told you all you need to know for droning for right now.
5 seconds. Your mission is to locate...
I like Jake. Joe giving calls in the chat. That's funny.
I'm literally spawning on the opposite side of you every single time.
So yeah, well, so if you know where the site is, it's good to spawn closest to the walls that need to be breached. So I would not be peeking this because you don't know where they are. You're not getting any intel about it. I also wouldn't be peeking, walking around so, you know, wishy-washily when the window or the door could have been breached and shot out of. So you're throwing it low, which is good. That way you can walk in. That's perfect. But you don't have your gun up when you're watching it, so now somebody could have swung you there. But that's okay. So I would get on your drone right now. And not just peek this, which I think you're about to do. So you're not peeking the window, so you're kind of just shooting indiscriminately at the window. I would try and get some drones going. Or breach another part of the wall. Yeah, definitely stop peeking this, if I were you. Okay. It's a good pre-fire. A risky pre-fire. Throwing it low again. I would have just made the other one a bit bigger. That's fine. So this person is shooting from the rafters. So right now you're a bit exposed from the rafters. This is a really bad angle for you to hold. I don't know how you're still alive. If I was holding this, I'd be dead. You're just walking in front of red right now, which is a really bad idea. Don't know how you're still alive. Don't know how you're in sight right now. Okay. You're still just walking in front of red and the other site. This is really bad. You're exposing yourself to so many angles. I don't know how you're alive. So that was really lucky that there's nobody up here on red because you had no intel about it. You just gave away your position on each jammer that wasn't jamming anything. So now the enemies know there's somebody top red if they have a brain cell. You're also holding this angle way too aggressively. I would definitely hold it from the top of the stairs where you were, because now you can get swung from con and from the blue door and the garage door and lounge. So this is probably one of the worst spots you can be in the post plant here. I would definitely move back to up the stairs where you're watching initially. And now you're in an even worse spot. Now you're not looking at a majority where the angles are. Yep.
Oh my god, I'm fucking dicking around with some
I've
stupid
predicted
some
every
right
single one of
there's-
your deaths, pretty much.
That's so dumb, Brian. You're
But now you know not to be in that way again.
Story of my life.
Yep, so you're cycling cams, that's good. We'll definitely just stay on that CC cam, that doesn't matter.
Op 4 neutralized.
Very good.
Successful.
Won the round.
Sir.
So both of those guys were down. Jeez, this is an interesting lobby here that we found ourselves in. I'm gonna skip the drone phase. I think we know how you operate here.
I think bottom first floor of garage kind of warden.
So don't be red
kicking
pinging
around.
like that, because now they know there's a drone on him. So if he was going to try and spawn peek, he's not going to do it
Warden,
now.
Yeah, he's already.
So don't. So yeah. So I wouldn't be red pinging that. So that way. So if that person wasn't red pinged and you just yellow pinged him, you could have spawned on the other way. And if you tried to spawn peek, you could have just pre-fired and killed him, because you had an active drone on him and he didn't know where it was. So let's not let the attackers know that you know where they are, because having intelligence that the enemy team doesn't have is very powerful. You're also, again, just peeking. Exact. I
There's a
was going
guy
to predict
right
it again.
below us,
I was just
and
about to say that. You're peeking stuff without droning it. That really opens
me
you up
to where-
to getting shot, which you were getting shot at right then and there.
Bomb has been located.
So I would definitely breach the
where do you
wall
want me to
again.
put it, though?
The spots that you put them last time were good. See, so that's too high. Now you see that's way too high. So now you have to vault in, which is bad. You should have put them back again where
Oh,
you put them
yeah.
initially. Because now you have to vault into the breach if you want to get into sight, instead of just walking in. And when you vault in, you can only look 90 degrees each way. Or I guess 180 degrees from left to right. And you're stuck in a vault animation going forward. So, that's not good. Yep, good to breach this side wall. Very good. Now it's good to breach the other
He's
wall
down
as well.
here.
He was down there about a minute and a half ago. That's very, very, very old information. Again, you're just kind of peeking stuff without having intel. Yeah.
Oh,
Again,
Brian, that
I'm
was too slow.
I'm
He
predicting
couldn't
every
peek.
kill that I'm
Fucking
predicting every
look
single one
at
of your
it.
deaths
How the-
here. You just
No,
peeked
he's
something
second floor
without
still. No, he
droning
just shot me
it.
through the fucking wall.
Yep, you gotta drone that
I
out.
saw his
You're just
pixel.
asking for it. Asking to get swung right there.
He's sitting like right on one ping. My reaction time is so fucked, man. It's like the third day in a row I've stared at someone and not shot. Shit's so bad.
It's kind of crazy. I kind of predicted every single one of your deaths. That's kind of funny.
Come on, boys.
So I'd be cycling cams here. Yep. So you guys have a rafters cam. That would have been good. So yeah, in a gunfight, it's fine to red ping.
Friendly operator remaining.
Obviously there, it didn't really help. Would have helped Harry if you got on that a bit earlier. But that's okay. Because it doesn't really matter at this point. So I'd be yellow pinging here. It wouldn't be red pinging again because the enemy's not in a, or your teammate's not in a position to capitalize off the red ping. So just kind of red pinging for nothing.
He's got this. Oh.
We have been eliminated.
All right.
All right. Well, that was interesting.
This is good stuff.
This will be part
Doing really
one.
well.
Part one of coaching C-Funk.
Playing. This is exactly how I wanted to spend my afternoon after getting ass blasted for 9 hours.
Me too.
I'm having fun. I just hate losing and getting ass blasted on a video game.
And you know, that's why I'm here. To make these videos for you.